tonight, due to the changes, I'm going to be going through some perspectives from my side. Tomorrow, Chris and Candace are live. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another one of those calls like we had prior Friday, where you want to get all your team, all your members onto this call as they're going to be unpacking the new board splitting updates. Now, I've been around for a while in this community and have really only been active in two gifting economies, this one being built off the back end of another one with a lot of, over a decade of experience and knowledge. And there's been a lot of lessons learned, as well as program updates and developments, which have happened and are presently happening to make things run a lot more smoother and effective. So perhaps you've also worked in online business or you're in IT, you'll understand then what it is that I'm actually speaking of. So I mentioned that I've been around for many years. And I've just suddenly thought, are we live on YouTube? Okay. I've started a bit late in the recording, but anyway, normally live on YouTube. Yes, live on YouTube, it's recorded. Okay, I'll carry on because it's on there. Yeah. So I've been being around for many years working in the online platform. I've come to understand the complexities of writing new programs and having new platforms, or even existing ones that are ongoing, where they need to change and update. One of the platforms, it's sort of, let's call it an investment platform if you want. It is in cryptocurrencies, it is online, it is regarding trading, it is portfolios, it is smart contracts. But they've been around for many, many years. I'm not here to punt them. I'm not going to tell you what the company is. And I've been part of them for many years. But for the last 1.5 years, they've been struggling to update their system in order to be able to be more effective and bigger. The technology is so brand new. This has never been done before in their environment. Now, they've been struggling for so long, and every now and again, their platform goes down, and they have to turn it off in order to get it back on again. It's not that they are not legitimate, they are. It's just new technology, and all of us are working in online businesses are dealing with brand new things that have never worked before, that have never been done before. So in Gift of Legacy, for the past 6 months, the system's never crashed once. There's been updates which have been happening. And if I remember, the system's only been taken down twice for very short periods to do massive upgrades. Right? So we've been very, very fortunate that we've still been able to operate through this whole period. Well, with the new programmers on board that are now been brought in to not only ensure the continued growth, but also the stability of our platform that we've got. It is brilliant how fast these guys are working. So whereas before I was saying it's going to take maybe a month for updates, we're now talking about weeks, which is mind-blowing. So tomorrow evening, Chris and Candace are going to take you through how important the splitting of these boards is to you and your speed of movement. We're all finding that things have slowed down. We've seen some numbers presented that you've seen boards are slowing down, especially the higher end boards, the $5,000, the $1,600 boards slowing down. So that's where the programs are coming in to say, right, we have got structures and ways that this is going to be far more effective. And that's why tomorrow is so important. I'm not going to share with you, but I've already chatting with Candace earlier on today, one of the phenomenal leaders and big visionaries of Gift of Legacy, where she's come in, and I had some chat with her, and I said, I've realized how important and how quick things can actually move. So tomorrow, that's what you want to get on for. Then Thursday is going to be just some generic information again, as there's no point in doing a full-on overview until the new system is put into place. Friday is then further training in how to maximize on this. Okay. Candace then is going to give you the rest of the information tomorrow. I'm not going to let any of the proverbial cats out the bag. That's not why I'm here this evening. So I see there's 87 people on the call now. This is fantastic. I'm just reading the chat box over here. If you've just joined and you're not sure why, hang on, what's this guy talking about? I'm not here to do the standard overview, presentation. If you're looking at understanding or you want to get an introduction into Gift of Legacy and you haven't heard this before, please ask the person who invited you on to send you a recording of perhaps the Zoom that I did with Candace, with Petra last week, or there's many which are available on YouTube, which will give you a good overview. Tomorrow is then an update on the amazing upgrades and changes to the system. So a week ago, I did a bit of a training session with Chris on not chasing that next new shiny object. And I showed you some statistics, some numbers. Chris and I shared our personal experience with you. And just to try and say to you guys, hang in there. Everything goes through cycles. And we started off with such a phenomenal boom from 7,900 members at the beginning of January to over 400,000 now. That growth was massive. I'm going to share my screen with you quickly here. Let me see if I can find the right screen. I want to share. I've got too many open over here. And then I lost my connection. Let's see. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just going to move some stuff around on my screen. You can all see this now. Here we go. Okay. All righty. I see there's a comment. Please put any questions and that type of thing over to the help desk. And then on Friday, there's going to be also a Q&A on Friday as well. So you're going to have an opportunity for getting into it, but that's going to be focusing on the new board structure. So this is the US stock market at the moment. And if you don't know what this is just the trading. Sorry, I've got too many things up on my screen here. That's the price going vertically, and there's time. Over here, this big drop that you can see over here, this was the COVID panic, where literally in 4 days, the prices dropped by 34. The value of the stocks on the US stock markets, the S&P 500, this is, dropped by 34%. This was massive panic. But as you can see, it recovered very, very quickly. Well, this is the drop is what we're experiencing at the moment in the stock market. So if you're wondering about what's going on with the recession and the issues of inflation, I'm going to show you some other figures now. I mean, that's a drop of 24%, but it's a completely different type of drop. This took 23 weeks. This is a weekly chart I've got over here. So it's taken 23 weeks to drop here, whereas at the COVID mess, it literally took just 4 weeks. So the markets that we're working in now are completely different. Now, why is this so important to learn? Well, for one, things that go up will come down. That is what we're experiencing, is you're going to get a slowdown. However, this is the time where you reevaluate your strategy. You have a look at what you've got into place. You educate and teach not only yourself, but those around you in getting prepared and maximizing for the next growth. Now, this is what Chris and I unpacked the other day. Right? So the reason why I actually want to share these statistics with you here today, and we can look at Bitcoin price, gold, I was having a look at gold just now as well, is just to identify why Gift of Legacy and the gifting economy is so critical to us individuals, to your family and your communities around you. Because we are in completely uncharted territory in the world with regards to the economies. I don't think we all have to go back too far to remember the days with the beginning of COVID back in March of 2020. It's not that long ago. With people losing their jobs, with businesses closing, with people taking half salaries, third salaries. The world went chaotic in a very, very short period of time. So now that people are getting back into more of a I'm going to stop sharing for a moment, more a new normal, let's call it that. What are you doing to prepare yourself for when something on a similar base, not saying another COVID or pandemic, but something of a similar base where the economy of the world goes crazy and it affects you so negatively? What are you doing now to prepare yourself so you're not in the same financial predicament as you were 2.5 years ago?